Welcome to the series of Living Through Gita, where I'll touch on the third lesson from chapter 1 of this beautiful conversation that took place between Lord Sri Krishna and his dear friend and devotee Arjun in the battlefield of Kurukshetra around 5,000 years ago. Now, it is important to understand the characters and the background just so we can relate to the lessons a lot more as we progress through the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So there was the Kuru dynasty, which had two brothers. The elder one was the Dhritarashtra, who was born blind, and the younger one was the Pandu brother, who inherited the throne because Dhritarashtra was born blind. Now, Pandu died a pretty early age, so his five sons inherited the entire kingdom, and they were Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, and Sahadev. Now, Dhritarashtra, who was the caretaker of the entire family, he had many sons as well. His eldest son was Duryodhan, who hated the Pandu brothers because they got the entire kingdom. So he plotted along with his dad, Dhritarashtra, to kill the Pandu brothers. Now, before doing so, Duryodhan he challenged the Pandavas for a gambling match in which he cheated, and as a result, the Pandavas they lost the entire kingdom and they went into exile for 13 long years. After their return, they went to Duryodhan and asked for their kingdom back. Duryodhan refused. So then they asked for five villages, one for each brother. Duryodhan denied even that request because of his pure hatred for the Pandu brothers. Now, it is at this point that the war between the Kauravas and the Pandavas was inevitable. Now, we might wonder, where does Lord Sri Krishna come into all of this? So, Lord Krishna had descended to earth as a prince and as a cousin of the Pandavas. And because he was related to both the Kauravas and the Pandavas, he went to Duryodhan and he pled for peace. Duryodhan was not in a state to understand, he denied, and the war was inevitable. So Krishna, he offered to enter the war and he told them that one side can have my army because he himself was a prince, and the other side can have Krishna himself in the capacity of an advisor. Duryodhan went for the army because he wanted to be more strong, he wanted to win the war. And the Pandavas, Arjun, they went for Krishna because they were true, pure devotees of Krishna. So they wanted Krishna eagerly as their advisor and as the charioteer. So this marks the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, which is also called as the Gita Upanishad. With that, I'll see you in the next video with another lesson.